is an open letter for Mr. Lex Fridman. Hello, sir. How are you? Hope everything is fine. Salute. We enjoy a lot of your interviews. Thank you very much. Uh, I'm talking about this letter to you about, it's not about you, it's about Ben Shapiro. I don't feel like writing a letter to Ben Shapiro, so excuse me. Bear with me. I'm writing this letter to you about Ben Shapiro because you recently interviewed Ben Shapiro. So I thought might as well write the letter to you or talk about the letter to you. Here's the thing. Uh, I never really liked Mr. Ben Shapiro, and now that's not surprising, but I really couldn't put my finger on it as to why I don't like Mr. Shapiro. What is it that about him that is rubbing me the wrong way? I just couldn't put my finger on it. Everybody dislikes somebody, but most of the time you can actually, put your finger on it. Why I don't dislike this person or that person. But it was difficult for me to put my finger on why I instantly disliked Mr. Shapiro. But here's the thing. Now I know why. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I believe, you know, now I'm clear as to why. And let's start from, let me put it this way. A half-ass smart child, this is why why I don't like Mr. Shapiro. And, a half-ass smart child at the age of 9 realizes there's no Santa. Half-ass smart child. But because he likes what Santa brings, what supposedly the fictitious Santa brings, because he likes what he brings, I have a feeling he goes with the story, continues going with the story because he likes what his parents or her parents are giving her. He or she likes the presents, but although he or she doesn't believe in Santa anymore, she goes along with the whole charade. She goes along, he or she goes along because, the result of this charade, are presents for him. So, he learned a long time ago there is no Santa, but for many years he continues pretending that he does believe in Santa. That's a half-ass smart child. And the same child, by age 19, realizes there is no God. But what if that half-assed child at age 19 is approached by some wealthy individuals who have seen him debate at age 19, 20, 21, 22. They have seen him debate and they have seen him, he does well on the stage, and obviously the boy likes reading books. So these group of wealthy individuals, what if they come and say, okay, dude, we're gonna give you a lot of money continuously over years, but you have to continue believing God. You have to continue doing this debate business that you are good at, but you have to be on our side. And here's the cash. Here's the prepayment. You see what I'm saying? So that half-ass smart child who realized at age 9 there was no Santa but continued pretending that there is a Santa in order to, get the presents. That same child reaches 19, and the same child realizes there's no God, but uh, then some wealthy individuals approach and say, hey, you want more presents? Go ahead and do your debating thing that you're good at, and we will pay you. But it's just you have to, you know, you have to fight on our side. You have to take our position, which is a very godly position. So this is what I see in Mr. Ben Shapiro. He's a sword for hire. He's a debate mercenary, if you will. I have a feeling he doesn't believe 90% of what the position that he's holding. I don't believe I don't believe he really believes in 90% of what he's saying. But it's paying him well. Book deals, and here's a couple of $1 million for a book that we want you to write, and we don't care, you can give it to a ghostwriter, and then you put your name on it, we don't care about that. But here's the money, we love you, because you are saying what benefits us. You are pushing something that benefits us. This is what I see in Mr. Ben Shapiro. He's a debate mercenary. He's a mercenary. If you pay him more, he will talk probably and spread your point of view. I don't think he cares. And that's, salute. That was a lot of time that comes through to me in his pre-packaged answers. He's well prepared. He has a lot of pre-packaged answers. Maybe he has a photographic memory, maybe he doesn't. But he has these answers in these neat packages that he, states them really fast to try to even overpower you more in terms of, see how smart I am? You shut up. You should shut up because I'm really so smart. Maybe, maybe not. The problem is his smarts is just, money oriented. It's sort of like, whoever pays me, I talk for you. First bid, $1 million. Do I hear a second bid? 2 million, 2 million. Okay, I talk for you. What is your position? What do you want me to defend? That's why I personally never really like debate teams, because in a debate, the way they teach it in schools and universities, it's a kind of like, you don't have to believe either side or both sides or none of the sides. It's just that they give you a subject to argue for or against. It's like, and then it's just the luck of the draw whether you're going to argue for or against something. I'm sorry, you're raising mercenaries? Are you fucking kidding me? No, people should debate matters that to them logically has made sense. If not that, then we are all robots. Because it's a robot that can debate for or against at any given moment, at any given time. At the drop of the hat, you can tell, this AI, ChatGPT, Gork, whatever. They all. This is a machine that can debate both sides of an issue. That's not what you want in a human. Because being able to debate both sides of an issue makes you amoral, and that's what I see in Mr. Ben Shapiro. He's amoral. And if you talk about his skull cap, or whatever they call that little hat they wear, Muslims wear it, Jewish people wear it, a lot of Christians wear bigger ones, and Hindus wear smaller ones. Anyway, it's a part of everybody's fucking tradition on this planet. You gotta wear something on your head. But, that little skull cap that he wears is just, I believe, is part of his armor. That's the victimhood armor. See? I was a victim. My people were victim. This is part of his armor. You have a mercenary that goes in battle with, full metal jacket, or you have a mercenary who goes to battle with his own, gears. And and I think part of his, that caricature that he's providing in order to get into debates and, debate on behalf of the people who have provided him with a good life. That hat is always there, nice and big, because, you need nice and big armor. You need a bigger armor rather than smaller armor. That's the function. So the point is this: it's idea of, okay, this is my armor, this is my sense of victimhood. You're not going to see the punch that I'm throwing at you. It's sort of like, a guy going into debate, pretending that, yes, I'm the weaker one. Let's go, and then, with the armor and all of that, that skull cap is trying to disarm his opponent in a debate, Mr. Ben Shapiro, with the skull cap. Right off the bat, he's taking, trying to, disarm his opponents. See, my people were victims. That's the first step of having a good debate. If you have something to, disarm people with. For example, all the black people, 10 million black people that 10, 20, 30 million black people that, you know, the Belgians mutilated, cut their arms off in Congo because they weren't working fast enough, I guess. So not only the Belgians killed like 10 million uh, Congolese during their colonial days, but they mutilated another 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. Just cut their hands off. Mr. Shapiro's, skull cap is sort of like, one of those mutilated people going into a debate with an European, white person from Europe, with his arm clearly present in front of him, with a, some spotlight on the arm, trying to show that he's clearly standing here present, clearly a victim of the Belgian colonialism. So it's an obvious, it's an obvious advantage that Mr. Shapiro doesn't want to let go. And so this is my armor, and then I go in and mercenary for hire. I debate anytime, anyone, anytime. But then it's not all even-sided either. Anybody debating the other side becomes a terrorist sympathizer, and everybody debating this side should be paid really well, as Mr. Shapiro himself has said on many occasions. He's been paid very well. So my point is this. My point is this. The idea is that. My point is this. The idea is that um, in the church also they have this issue that there are, bishops and cardinals, people at higher levels in the church, or even the lower levels. You have a guy who's been going to the seminary for 5 to 10 years, from teenage years, and then by the age 19, 20, if he's any smart, if he's at all smart, he will recognize that there's no God, and it's a shed show out there. And most or many consider staying, even though they have recognized there is nothing up there. They continue to stay because being a bishop or a cardinal or being a priest pays the bills. So and besides, these sheeple believe the shit that comes out of my mouth, so why not? And it's not doing any bad. I'm not telling them to go kill people. I'm telling them to, worship whatever. So he justifies his act. A priest that already knows there is no God, he justifies his act by, pretending that there is, because he doesn't see any bad coming out of his actions. So, just like the child who doesn't see any bad coming out of him pretending that there is a Santa, whose parents are going to continue giving him presents. So what's so bad about that? Let me continue pretending that there is a Santa. So, my parents will feel bad if they give me shitty presents. It's not that hard to figure out. And these priests are, I believe they're in the church, they're called modernist priests, or modernist, bishops or cardinals or preachers. They're modernists. They're there because, it pays the bills. Is it prostitution? Well, maybe. Prostitution by different name, by different means. A debate mercenary. I'm going to talk about God, even though I don't believe in God. I'm going to, and the problem with that is that there was a Jewish chemist, I believe, who was the top chemist of the German, uh, whoever the hell was the leader of Germany, Kaiser, Weiser, the guy who was in charge before and during World War One. And there was this, top chemist in Germany. I don't remember his name, and he was the first one. Well, he circled in high society because of his position as a top chemist, and well, in his war effort, he came up with the idea of, you know, chemical warfare. He was the first one on planet Earth to come up with the idea of chemical warfare. Hey, we got these chemicals, and we are scientists, and we deal with these chemicals really carefully because they're killers. Well, if they're killers, why not kill the enemy with them? So he was Jewish. Apparently, he was a nice guy, but it seems like, you know these folks lose the tree from the forest, lose the sight of the tree from the forest, can't tell the tree from the forest, and they go down these paths that, of course, if it wasn't him, there would have been a Christian chemist who would have come up with the idea. It's these things are, it's in the cards. Eventually your technology will improve, and eventually, somebody will come up with a way to use the technology to kill more of the competitors. You don't have enemies. You keep on saying enemies. You have competitors on this fucking planet. There are competitors for resources. Our system is better and their system is worse. Therefore, we have to go enlighten them. Enlighten them with what? With bombs? With taking over their land? With taking their oil? With taking their dignity? Enlighten them with what? We have to go enlighten them with Christianity. We have to go, that was like 200 years, 300 years ago, 400 years ago. We have to go enlighten them with Christianity. And those motherfuckers said we have to go enlighten them with Islam. No, it wasn't. None of it is about religion. And none of it is about, then it was like we have to go enlighten them with capitalism. And those motherfuckers were like, no, we have to go enlighten them with communism. There's no such a thing. You can't enlighten people with a specific form of governance. Oh, we have to go enlighten them with democracy and freedom. No. You don't have enemies. You have competitors, but this competition once in a while becomes physical and you start killing each other's people. It's competition. It's you want more. There are two sides, and the two sides want more, as if what they have is not enough. I'm sorry, Jeff Bezos has a super tanker that he calls a yacht. I think you have enough. It's not distributed well. One has a lot, many have nothing. That's a problem with your distribution, not a problem with scarcity of wealth. It's the problem with your distribution. Period. And you keep competing with each other for more. Well, if you distribute well, probably you won't need more. It's sort of like a father forcing his children into hunger and telling them that, yeah, you have to fight each other for a piece of bread. There's other options. You can distribute better, and people don't have to fight each other for the crumbs. Salute.